Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura Maurice and today I'm filming a get to know me video. So I've been on YouTube for almost 2 years now, and I thought it would be fun after these 2 years to let you guys know me a bit more. So I hope you will know me a bit better after watching this video. I have the questions in front of me on my laptop, so let's start with the first one. My name is Laura Maurice, as I say in every intro of my video. I'm from the Netherlands. I live in a small city in the center of the Netherlands. I live together with my parents and my older sister, and something funny is that the room that we're in, or that I am in right now, is the room where I was born, and now it's my bedroom. I'm 24 years old and I'll turn 25 on the 28th of May. 1.72 meters, which is, I think, 5'6". So my mom is fully Dutch and my dad was born in Paramaribo, Suriname, which is in the north of South America. He moved to the Netherlands when he was 13 or 14 years old. And to make it a bit more complicated, my dad is half Indian Surinamese, a quarter German and a quarter French, which makes me all of that. I do have siblings. I have an older sister, just like I've said. She just turned 31 last week. And I have an older brother and he is 28, if I'm right. Right? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Which makes me the youngest of us three. Yes, I'm a Christian. I was raised as a Christian by my parents, but it's really my own decision to keep following Jesus Christ. And I got baptized when I was 18 years old. And I also sing in church in the worship team. So yeah, I identify myself as a Christian. I only speak 2 languages, unfortunately. My mother tongue is Dutch and I speak English, but I'd love to maybe speak a 3rd language fluently someday. I don't know when. And I just started using Duolingo to learn Japanese. So far, I'm doing pretty well. So maybe one day I will be fluent in speaking Japanese. Who knows? Just wanted to document parts of my life and the things I'm doing and interested in right now to look back on when I'm older. I'm very nostalgic and sentimental. I really don't know, to be honest. I haven't thought about it up until like 1 month ago that school will be over in like 1.5 years and I don't know what I want to do. It freaks me out a bit to think about that school will be like fully done after that. I really don't want to keep on studying after that, but I also don't know what I want to do. So that's still an open case. I've always been pretty sporty. I used to dance for 11 years and I used to play volleyball for 4 years and I'm playing baseball since I'm 18. We don't have enough girls to start a softball team, so that's why I'm in a mixed baseball team, which is super fun, really. I really love my team. They're so fun. I can always be myself around them and it's like the best team I could ever wish for. I also love snowboarding. I went on winter holidays only 3 times, but I try to go like indoor snowboarding at least once a year and I'm planning on going this month together with a friend, so I'm really excited about that. I also love surfing. I learned that when I was a lot younger in France and I'm also so grateful that I've had the chance of surfing in Hawaii. I even bought my very own surfboard over there and I brought her home with me. I gave her the name Reggie Rocket from Rocket Power. Well, I love breakfast. I get like excited the night before when I lay in bed, like, oh my gosh, tomorrow I'm gonna eat my granola again and like drinking my coffee. But I love my mom's food, which also makes me excited almost every day to eat her food. So I'm debating between breakfast and dinner. I can't decide. Current favorite hobby is making and editing videos, which sounds so cheesy. I just really enjoy making and editing them. And I also really enjoy bullet journaling. I like to go for a walk, preferably in like nature. We have like a small forest very close to the city I live. I like to go there during spring or when there's snow or during autumn. So pink always has been and always will be my favorite color. Maybe you're asking like, but I never see pink things in your room or in my videos, or like rarely, but it really is my favorite color. The wall in front of me is soft pink, but I just really love pink. Big story for only this question. Conti Splash is my favorite summer vacation destination. It's a little village in the southwest of France. We go there every summer, already for my whole life, but I'd love to explore other places around the world, but Conti Splash has been my favorite vacation destination. Stay at the topic of like vacation destinations. Right now, it's Ibiza, and that's a place I really would like to visit this year. Haven't planned anything yet, but that's a place I can easily go to. And the destinations which are further and I sort of need to visit for a few weeks instead of only 1 week, for example, are Suriname and Japan. Of course, I have more places I would like to go to, but those are like the places I feel the need to go to in the near future, I hope. A good story. My favorite genre is romantic comedy, and the movie I've seen over and over again is She's the Man. I'm not exaggerating if I tell you that I've already seen that movie 20 times or something. Oh, and my favorite Bollywood movie has to be Om Shanti Om. It's just such a cute story. And my favorite Disney movie and also my favorite Disney princess is Pocahontas. In terms of shows, I'm very basic. I think my favorite show has to be Friends. I've started watching that show, I think 2 years ago. Up until then, I always sort of disliked that show. 2 years ago, I decided to give it a try and started the first episode, and I was hooked. And I binge watched it in a few weeks, I think. And let's not forget about Gossip Girl. Same story. I always thought I disliked that series, but then I watched the first episode and I was again in love with the show. I have a tiny one on the back of my arm. It says Aloha. I decided to get inked on the last day when I was in Hawaii. Aloha means so much more than just saying hello or hi to someone. The literal meaning of aloha is the breath of life. Aloha is a way of living and treating each other with love and respect. And I thought it was such a beautiful meaning, and I decided to choose color over black because Hawaii is a very colorful island and I'm so happy with it. Love springtime because of the flowers that start to bloom and the animals that give new life and the birds you start here again. There's a beautiful verse from scripture that suits this season, in my opinion. It's Ecclesiastes 3 verse 11. He has made everything beautiful in its time. I also feel like that people start to be happier and more kind when spring arrives. So yeah, I love springtime. Story time. I went out for dinner at a Korean barbecue restaurant in Honolulu with friends, and I think it's important to mention that I went with Japanese and Korean friends. And since I'm Dutch and I'm new to Asian food culture, they put meat on the barbecue and I ate it and I thought it was pretty nice. After I finished a few pieces of that meat, they told me that it was a cow tongue, and oh my gosh, I was in shock. I sort of freaked out, even though the taste was pretty good, but I didn't want to eat it again. That was sort of my worst meal I've ever had. I only have hay fever. It's not the worst thing in the world, of course. I used to be gluten intolerant. I never knew that I was intolerant to gluten, but I used to have such bad stomach. I always felt very bloated, and it always has been as long as I can remember. And when I was 19, it even got to the point that when I was working at the bakery, that the skin on my hands started to peel, which was terrible, and it was itchy and stuff. And I asked for prayers in church when it got this bad, and literally 2 weeks later, I was healed. I really see this as a miracle from God, and I'm so thankful for God that He healed me. I would love to get married someday. When and with whom? No idea. Only God knows. So I'm very curious about that. 100% Charlotte Tilbury. Almost everything you see on my face right now is Charlotte Tilbury, and there's not a product I own that I don't like. This is something a lot of people have. I can't stand mouth sounds. Oh, and this doesn't make any sense. I really don't like when this is the wall, when they hang the toilet paper like this and it's hanging against the wall instead of over the toilet paper, you know? I hope you know what I mean. And when people leave the empty paper towel roll on the hanger and already use a new one without hanging it on the hanger. Pet peeves. Yeah. love dogs. We used to have a dog for a little longer than 16 years. Her name was Sweetie. I will include a picture because she was so sweet and so cute. But unfortunately, she passed away last year in July. She really was the joy of our family and we still miss her like every day. But yeah, I love dogs. And an animal I also really love is the penguin. Oh my gosh, they are so cute and funny. I love to watch documentaries about penguins. I don't know, they are so cute and funny in the way they walk, and I just love penguins. These were the 25 questions I wrote down, and I thought it would be fun to include also like a this or that list. I wrote down 10 things. Let's hop on that. Coffee, 100%. I never was like a coffee person, but since the past few years, I started to love coffee, everything like espresso, but also latte macchiato, cappuccino, coffee with flavor, iced coffee. Slow reader, I'm dyslexic. Night, even though I love the silence and the peace the morning brings, but I gravitate more to night, I think. I prefer a night in over a night out, even though I like to go out every once in a while. Definitely beach. Relaxation. Sea. Sunrise. There's just something special about a sunrise, but I love a good sunset too. Introvert. Until I start getting really comfortable around you, then I'll become an extrovert. Rural over urban, but honestly I'd prefer the suburbans. So these were the 25 questions and the 10 this or that questions. I really enjoyed to film this video and answer all the questions. I hope you liked to watch this video. If you did, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you aren't yet, and if you want to stay notified about whenever I post a new video, please click on the notification bell. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys!